Sure.
Yes. Have you met before?
No, it's our first time to meet each other.
Oh, okay. It's your first time. All right. Okay. Well, what made you decide to have this class in the afternoon? Well, this time, at this time.
Yes.
I
I'm
mean,
preparing. Yes, I'm preparing English interview.
oh, okay.
Yes.
So you're looking for a new job?
I'm sorry.
You're looking for a new job?
Yes. I'm studying. I'm studying for a certificate.
Ah, okay. A certificate for what, if you don't mind me asking?
Yes, a certificate for English EPTA English proficiency for aviation. Proficiency
I
test for
see.
yes.
Okay. All right. Are you planning to like teach English, or why do you need the certificate for?
Yes, I think the certificate is needed for being another certificate. Yes.
I see. Okay. It's a prerequisite for another certificate.
Yes, it's kind of mandatory. It's kind of mandatory having the certificate for another certificate.
Uh-huh. I see. Okay. Well, a
Yes.
lot. Then you have to study a lot.
Yes. So I'm preparing English proficiency test. I prepared some question for the test. So
Okay.
if a teacher doesn't mind, I would like to practice with the question.
Okay. No problem. Can you share the question?
Yes. My first question would be what's the yeah. How is your English proficiency? Isn't it difficult to speak in English?
All right. So, okay. So, how is your English proficiency?
Yes. Since English is not my first language, is not my mother language, sometimes I feel uncomfortable speaking English, but I think I can handle with the difficulty through our practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. How do you handle the difficulty of learning a new language?
I'm practicing English. I'm practicing English every day. I'm taking online English class, and also I try to speak English in my daily routine.
I'm sorry, you're trying to speak English?
Yes, I'm trying to speak English. I'm trying to speak English in my daily routine.
Aha, all right, okay. Can you give me examples as to how you practice English in your daily routine?
For example, I use online chatting application to speak with foreign friend, and I also watch YouTube to practice pronunciation. I use yes.
Aha.
I use I use online. I use application. So is it correct? My sentence was correct.
For this one, actually, I use an
Ah,
application
yes.
where I can talk to foreign friends.
When I talk to foreign friends.
Uh, where I can talk to. Where?
Where?
Yeah.
Where I talk to.
Where I can.
where I can. Where I can.
Yes, where I can talk to foreign friends.
Yes, where I can talk to foreign friends. And how about other sentences like I I try to speak English in my daily routine.
Maybe not for this one. You can just say, I try to speak English daily.
Ah,
Or I try to use English daily.
I try to use English daily, and also yes.
Yes. Let me just make a slight correction with the pronunciation of English.
Yes.
Make sure when you do English, when you say English, your
Syllables.
last syllable, just make sure you just you do not open your mouth anymore and just push the air out of your mouth.
Yes.
So English.
English. English. English.
Yes. Your
English.
sound. Yes. For
Yes.
your sound, your lips should be rounded.
Yes.
Okay, so English.
English.
Yes. So let's try that again. I tried English daily.
I try to use English daily.
Okay, there, that's better.
Yes.
Right? Remember not to open your mouth at the end.
Yes. And then I also would like to say English is a common language in my working field, so I needed to get used to English. I needed to get used to English. English.
Again, English is a common language in my
In my working field or working.
Alright, okay. Maybe here you can just say, English is a common language. Okay. English is commonly used in my work area.
English is common use. English is common use.
Let me write that.
Common use
Commonly
in my working area.
Alright, our workplace.
Work in my workplace. In my workplace.
Okay. Here. English is commonly.
English is commonly used in my workplace. So I needed to get used to English. English.
Yes, alright, I need to get used to English. Very good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Like you're working for a foreign company?
I would like to work. I would like to work with a foreign worker. Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Let's go to your next question.
Yes. Next question. Do you think math is important for flight? Do you think math is important for flight? Yeah.
Flight.
Yes. Since I needed to, since for example, some devices in the airplane are disabled, and at that time I needed to calculate some flight plans by myself. So that's why I think mathematics is important for flight because we are not sure the device is working correctly all the time.
All right, okay. We are not sure that
Yes.
we are not sure that the devices are working all the time.
We are not sure that the devices or the device,
Well, there's a lot, so devices.
the devices are working properly all the time.
Right, are working properly all the time, or are working properly, are working or not?
Are working or not. Yes.
Right. Okay. Or we could not be sure. You can also say could not.
Yes.
Could not be sure.
We could not be sure. We could not be sure. We could not be sure that the devices are working or not.
Right. We could not be sure
If we could not be sure, we could not be sure if the devices are working or not.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah. So you mentioned earlier. Yeah, mathematics is needed for you to calculate the flight plan.
Yes, calculate for the flight plan.
All right. Okay, that's a good sentence.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. And then next
Another
question. Mental health is important for your job. Mental health is important. How can I change the page?
You can actually just clear.
Just clear.
Yeah, I'll clear it. I'll clear everything.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yep. Okay. So, do you think it's important? It's important mental health. Mental health. It's important. Mental health. Health for your job.
Is it important?
Yeah. Is it important? Is it important mental health for your job?
Or maybe is mental health important in your job?
Yes, important in your job. In your job.
Okay.
Yes.
So is mental health important in your job? Okay.
Yes.
Your answer, please.
My answer is yes. In my opinion, mental health is important in flight because I needed to make a good decision making. I need to make a good decision, and I also needed to control stress. I think mental health is related to physical health also, so that's why I exercise every day.
Okay, all right. I need to control stress. Okay, that's good.
Yes, I need to control
I need to control my stress level.
my stress level. I need to control my stress level. I need to control my stress level and yes.
All right. Okay. Have you ever been trained to do point, example, point?
Point example point.
Yes, point, example, point. Every time you answer an English proficiency test, they will always look for this one. Point, example, point. So you give me your reason, you give me an example, and then you go back and reiterate the same reason. Okay?
Yes.
Alright, so point, example, point. Always do that every time you answer a question. So for this question, you said I think mental health is important in my talk.
Yes.
Because I need to make a good decision. That's your point. I need to make a decision.
Yes.
What's your example for making a good decision?
I needed to make a decision.
Yes. And then give me an example.
Yes. And P and example. Every time I needed to make a decision. For example, when I needed to descend. Oh, descend. What's the descend? Descend. When I needed to descend, or when I needed to change the heading, and so I think it's important. I think it's important to maintain mental health.
All right. Go back to you have to go back to the same reason.
Yes. So P. First, I needed to make a decision. It's P and example. Like when I needed to descend and when I needed to climb. And so I think it's important to maintain mental health. Another P.
It's important to maintain mental health, but that's the basic question. That's the basic, what's it called this? Your second P should be a stronger version of your first P. Your first P is making a decision, right?
Yes.
So your second P should be a stronger version of your first P. So, okay, your first P is, it's important to make, mental health is important for me to make good decisions. For example, when I ascend and descend.
Yes.
So if my mental health is good, this is your second P. If my mental health is good, then I can make a decision when it's a good time to descend and to
yes. So yes.
ascend. Okay.
So my
your
mental,
first P
yes.
and second P.
Yes. It's good.
All right.
So if my mental is good, I could make a better decision.
Yes, there you go.
Yes. Every time when I needed to make a decision every time.
Yes, okay, so there you go. So your first P and second P is the same. Your second P is just a better version of your first one.
Yes, I understand. Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, but I'm sorry, we're running out of time.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, anyway, maybe next time we can get to talk again soon.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much for today's lesson.
You're very welcome, and good luck on your test.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, teacher. Yes.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes. Bye. Bye.